Hi everybody. Today, this is another episode of So Can We. I'm with here Sina again. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome, man. You got it.
Anytime as a co-host.
Anytime for you.
Thank you. So today we are going to be speaking about opening up our own business and how do we feel, the feelings that comes with it throughout the day when we think about the business. And some of them are good feelings, some of them are convincing not to do it feelings. So how do we convince ourselves, or how do we ignore those feelings and then just keep going about the plan?
Solid, yeah.
So
Amazing.
let's start with, how do you feel, Sina?
I feel excited, thrilled, and optimistic, actually. Yeah. How about you?
I feel super excited.
Okay.
I feel like I'm breathing again
Oh, sweet.
because I haven't took any steps in a while. I've been in the same spot that I've been for a while now. So I'm tired of that position. So when I think about it, it actually gives me energy throughout the day. I'm like, you know what? This is one of the things that is going to help me. Either it's going to fail or succeed. We don't know. But of course, our mindset is getting into the business is we do it or we do it. There's no other way around it because we are going to give everything that we have, even though the things that we don't even have, and we'll make it work.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is just giving everything you have, and then almost not succeeding is impossible, or at least some sort of success is, it's like foreseen because like you're putting everything in it. So it's like it will be like a continuous improvement on work and like being a doer rather than just a thinker. Go-getter, yeah. And like be a closer. So many times like we have like so many ideas or so many unfinished tasks, or we kind of like start something and we don't kind of like wrap it up. And when you don't wrap it up, it's kind of like it's useless. Right. You will feel some joy in pursuing that goal. You will feel like, oh well, this is going good or whatever. But if you don't close it, something else happens, and then this thing vanished.
Right.
It doesn't matter anymore. The most important thing is like always be closing, always finish that project. Always have that end product, so you can. And it's not about. It is about having an end product too, but it's about teaching your brain this attitude of finishing projects, like wrap it up, and when you're thinking about projects, you can easily go to the next project. So your brain is fully now immersed in the new project instead of being kind of like half-assed. Half is in the last project, half is the new project. In future, you'll be like, oh man, wish I did that project, wish I finished that, which I'm guilty of too. I think 2 years ago, I had like bunch of projects that I didn't finish. I just went to 80% and then I gave up, or something else happened most of the time. Something else happened in my life that took over everything, and I had to just let go of my project and just focus on my current project. And now I'm seeing, wow, if I finish those, that will be super cool. But yeah.
But if you think about it, don't you think that you would get stuck in the projects that's not meant for you? Because that's how I feel too, right? Like, oh, I'm in the car business. When I started in the car business, I had these goals, and now I'm jumping into something else that I still haven't finished to get to the places where I wanted to get to in the car business when I first started. So if I do keep thinking about that, don't you think that I might get stuck and then be like, oh, I cannot leave the car business because I still haven't achieved those things? But maybe you're not meant for that project.
I think that's a great view. I totally get it. Maybe what I mean is projects that are shorter in time. It's not like a career kind of thing. It's like short or medium-term projects that you do within your job, not necessarily your job, because I absolutely agree actually with you, because you can get stuck. I mean, so many people are stuck, like I know. You just let me just do it, you know, like let me try, let me not risk it. But I think what I'm saying is more about projects. So for example, in your car, you have maybe a project to do something in your job, like in the way you work. Maybe you want to have a printed sheet or something that you give to the customers, maybe, you know, whatever. You make the sheet almost 80%, but you never print it, and because that 20% is left, and then you kind of forgot, and then you're never gonna sit back on it, and now you forgot it, and then that project that you thought it's a good idea to give people that printed sheet is gone.
But what about this? You said 80%. You have this unfinished project, and you have a process of 80%. Let's say you have a board,
okay,
and then you're making a school project. It's about a person, and then you have pictures of them. You have some information, you stick to it, and then you just trying to make a board about that person. And then you decide not to finish that project. Because now there is another project which, when you were doing that project, it wasn't exciting you, it wasn't making you happy, it wasn't giving you motivation, or to be more clear, it's like you couldn't see the end goal anymore. The end goal that you saw when you started that project, now you no longer can see that end goal because it's not what you want. But what you could do, I think, is you can cut parts from that 80% of the project. Just cut it, take it, cut it, take it, cut it, take it. So in your next project, you can just put them on there as well. So that will automatically put you in your new project. You already will start 20% ahead, 10% ahead, maybe 30% ahead, depending on what you did and what you're about to do, if it's relevant, right? But in life, you always learn skills that I believe that you can carry on and put it into your next project. That will get you ahead. It will give you a kickstart. What do you think?
I totally agree. Solid take. I think that's how we jump in our life, I guess. It's these 80% that you said, that you take these 80%. I mean, it's in trading they say whenever you stop your loss is profit. So I think that's a great take, that hey, when you realize that you're kind of you're stuck, or you have a new goal, or this project is not satisfying for you anymore, don't just chase a rabbit hole, don't just paddle it, try to make sense of it, and take what you got from there and move to the next project, which is something that happened for me too a little bit, kind of. So whenever I switch my jobs, I had a better job every time, every single time. So that every time that I had this job, I learned again 80%, and then I felt these 20% is gonna take more than the 80% to get there, which is something that can happen maybe in a lot of aspects in our life. It's like that ending 20% is the toughest, or it's the longest time it takes to go that far. So that's what I did for the most part. I took that 80% learning or 80% kind of like job development, and I exited because I saw, okay, that these 20%, oh man, it takes even more than this 80% to go there, and it's not even 100% that I'm gonna get there. So I'm gonna just run to chase these small percentages that are not that fundamental to my skills, or not that crazy value for me. And exactly as you said, like I took that 80% out, I went to my next opportunity.
And that 80% might be worth 20% in your next project, right?
Yeah.
So I have 2 questions for you, but which one should I start with?
The first.
Let's start with, how do you separate when it comes to that cashing out that 80% from failure? So there's the difference between, there's many people, right? There's lots of people in the world that start something and then they do it, and then they find something else. They're like, oh, this is more exciting, and then they just leave that, which is not a good thing, right? Because that's not calculated change. I think. How do you separate that from that to actually saying, okay, you know what? I gave I gave this much to this project, right? And I think that I should cash out because I can no longer see the end goal, and I think I should take up on this project. How do you separate yourself from one to another? Do you understand?
Yeah. I think for what I think is 2 things. One is your intellectual property. You should always practice your brain so that you can have a sharp mind, so you don't make irrational decisions or wrong decisions or just whatever decisions, so that your brain automatically, it's on a pilot that is more move smart, you know. It's like it's not always, but it's most of the time it's in the game, and you don't make the decisions right away, you know. Like obviously you sleep on your decisions. You don't make significant decisions like in a day. You at least you give it a few days. You think about all the aspects, and because you always you're talking with decent people, you read books or you watch some good stuff, so your brain is so the way you think is relatively smart, at least not average. So at least when you're practicing, it is a little bit smarter, so you won't make the horrible decisions. I think that's the point 1, is to have a sharp mind, to have a way of thinking that makes sense for yourself and in like a reality world kind of situation. And two, I think it's your gut. I think gut is a real thing. You know, it's a real business element or decision-making element. And so many times, but I see myself or other people that they combine this active brain that is always thinking, at least trying to think bright. It's not making hassled, like a rush decisions. It's prepared. It's like a warrior, you know. It's always it's always practicing. It's ready for battles. So it's from battle practice, and the second and the gut feeling is like It's like, I guess, I don't know, it's like a God-given magic or something, or it's universe in you, or I don't know what it is. But the gut feeling, if you even watch, there are so many like super successful people that were like, I can name so many, like Nike founder, the Phil guy, Elon Musk, or and Jensen, the Nvidia guy. So all of them. So give you, sorry, I go sideways, but for example, Jensen.
Who's Jensen?
Jensen is the owner of CEO of Nvidia. Mm-hmm. You know Nvidia?
Yeah.
So Nvidia decided to go to making computer graphics, like a gaming graphics that can handle AI. Mm-hmm. Back when nobody gives a fuck about AI, nobody cares about AI, but it was his gut that told the Jensen that, hey, like, spend the money, do it.
Somebody's gonna come.
Yeah, and they spent $1 billion without profiting.
Right.
$1 billion. That's how much he trusted his gut, and he was just, like it's gonna work. Like, just trust me.
Right.
That's it. There was no customers. There was no field. There was nothing. So he did that, and through that gaming computer, somebody in a small, like it's kind of like a city in America, they found this. They were like working on this AI thing too, and then they found this gaming GPU, and then they started working on AI, and development happened. Right. Like they found that kind of like the blossom of AI happened. So it's like the Jensen was like, his gut was like, okay, if I make this, somebody will figure it out. Somebody is chasing this dream too. Somebody will want to break through. Anyway, so yeah, sharp brain, exercise brain, fit brain, and gut. I think these two.
So
what about you?
Let me ask you one question. Are you a type of person to make decision based, like, do you let your heart make decisions or you let your brain make decisions?
I think both.
Emotion versus logic.
If we say emotion, I would say, 80% is logic, 20% emotion. But heart is a little bit different. I would say, it's a mix kind of. But I'm more logic person. I don't know if it's good or bad or it's whatever. The combination can be whatever. But I'm mostly logic, but I remember maybe like a few years ago, I was like too logic. And then I kind of like pushed myself to be with more heart, be with more emotions. Because I think even emotion is an aspect of business too, aspect of success. You can't, I don't think just logic would take you where you want to go. You have to have heart in it. I'll give you a simple example. So for example, I give you like a very on the surface level example, which are these people that are making, some of the people that are making content. For example, these people make content based on 100% logic. What it is, hey, let's hack the brain dopamine bullshit. And okay, like this is the visual hook and text hook. And now we do like this, and then we do that, and we cut here, we cut there. They hack how your brain is gonna like, oh, doop, 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 doop. It's gonna like be like, okay, like, oh, a little bit dopamine here, oh, a little bit excitement, oh, what's gonna happen now? Oh, there's a curiosity hook here. Oh, there is like an expectation hook here. Oh, there's a result when it's coming. So the content works, they get their views, but there is nothing behind it. It's like the content is it's like a balloon. It does take place, but it's empty. And there is not, and it's fragile too, super easy.
Right.
It doesn't build anything significant or anything interesting, or it doesn't help anyone, or it doesn't make anyone, any other human to feel better about themselves or others around them, or it's not benefiting the world, you know. That's being super logical. Because super logical, yeah, let's do whatever it works. Whatever, let's hack this shit. Mm-hmm. But when you have heart in your logic is like, okay, like we have to make it work, but we have to make it a reason for being. Like, why are we doing this? Mm-hmm. How is gonna help everyone else? Even if it's entertainment, you know, it doesn't matter. So you put a mini kind of soul into this, into your work,
right? And
make it like more vibrant, more, and I know as a fact that if you do that, you will go further than all hacking shit, because at the end, you know, it's that inner feeling that you create with your audience, or someone is talking, or your audience, or a client, or whatever. It's that inner feeling that will create significant changes, or long-term relationships, mm-hmm. or significant benefit to both parties.
That's it. That's actually a great take.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about?
I think I used to be more logical too, I would say. But here's the thing. When you're too logical, mm-hmm. you might swerve from the right way. What I mean from the right way is being a good person, being a good family father, being a good friend, mm-hmm. being a good boyfriend, being a good son, being a good daughter, right? So I think being too logical in that sense, that will take you out of the right way at some point, because what you're thinking is logic. An opportunity comes, there's no emotions involved in it. Okay, like it's just a business, right? Mm-hmm. But what is the business model? Does that align with your religion? Does that align with your character? Does that align with your values? So I think that's where you need to bring a little bit emotions into it, so that you don't swerve from the right way, doing good for the world, right? So I think I bring more emotions now. Back then I was more logical. I was just like, okay, let's get it done. Let's do this, let's do that. It doesn't matter. We got to get to the money. We got to get to this. We got to get to success, whatever it takes, right? But then the more you grow up, I think, with more life experiences, you do realize that that's just not it. Mm-hmm. You have to stand up, right? When people looks at you, you cannot just be one of all those people that make money, but do they stand up with their values? Do they stand up with their morals? Or they just known as businessman, like he got money. Mm. He can help you get where you want to get, but what does it take? That's my take from it.
Interesting.
So it's good to mix.
Yeah.
It's good to mix, but I think the logic should be a little bit more, because in some sort of situations it's too emotional. Because now there might be your family involved, there might be a really, really good friend of yours involved, it might be your girlfriend involved. So in that case, emotions will be heavier, but you gotta weigh that down and put more logic into it. If it's right, if it's within your character, if it's within your morals and values, but just you don't want to do it just because emotions, you need to let logic take over at that point.
I agree.
So let me ask you another question.
Okay.
So we talked about all those projects being 80% and all that. What makes you think that you are going to get to the 100% with our business?
With our business?
Yeah. Like that's another project for you. So we all talked about 50%, 80%, 60%. What makes you think that you'll get to 100% with this business?
You know, I think the biggest thing is that you're your own. This is your business.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a significant difference.
Right.
So, for example, my last other roles that I have. So you have a boss, and it's at the end of the day, it's that person go, what that person tastes, or that person's strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So you can never do you. So maybe that's why that 20% is so hard because it's not you. You know, it's no matter how much you try, like it's not you. It's just someone else's policies, someone else's vision for the company, and you can never even get 100% in other roles, because it's never your company. It's never your vision. At the end of the day, it's that person view of their business that shapes their future.
Right.
You can't change it. You can maybe influence it a little bit, but you can't change it. But your business, our business, it's gonna be like, okay, like we have our goals, we have our SWOT analysis or whatever. So we understand our business. We understand like what is it. Maybe we are already like you kind of like maybe you start at 100%, and when you have your own business, and then these projects are on top of it. So for example, like you're 100%, I'm on my 100%, and together we create like 200% projects, 300% projects, 400% projects, like in kind of like ROI terms. So that's something that you could never get anywhere else.
Right.
And that makes the business successful, and that makes the business sustainable, and also that will help the business to hopefully to like have like a compound growth. So the growth, like when you get into a little bit growth, it can significantly turn into like a compound, like a much larger growth, because there are 200% on bottom of this large building.
Right.
And it is like a building. It's like creating your own building. Go to another role, you're already in the house,
right,
in a built.
Yeah.
The rooms are built, the kitchen is like that, the office space is like that. But when you're building your own thing, you do the architecture, you do the exterior design, the interior design,
right,
how the roles work, how the operation work, how do you walk where. So that's I think so different, and so so much more happening.
Right.
What do you think? Actually, this is a good question.
The same question. What makes me think that I'm gonna be giving my 100%?
Or getting to 100%, or yeah.
There are multiple things. Let me start with saying that I'm dropping everything for it, and there's a lot of sacrifices going to be made, and it's not just me. I'm not by myself. I have a girlfriend, I have a family, so I have responsibilities towards those people if they are going to support me, right? I'm not talking about like money-wise, but emotionally believing in me, even though he doesn't have anything at the moment, and we cannot spend that much time together, we cannot go on a vacation, we cannot do any of those, then I have a debt towards them that I need to repay at some point. So I think that's one of the biggest drivers for me, that drives me. The second thing I will say is that it is a business type that when I think about it in the future, when we grow it into a big company, I will feel proud having it. It's not one of those businesses where I might feel ashamed of it in the future, right? Like why did I even think of doing that? Like, what was I thinking? It's younger me, sure, but what was going on in my mind that I even got into that business? I'm not just talking about like it must be a bad business, but it's like it's not me. Like, in which part did I think that presents me? So I don't think that when I think about the business that we are going to do, it does give me the feeling that, okay, you know what, in the future when it's big, I will feel proud to have it. When people asks, what do you do? I will proudly tell them what my business is. And also that the other reason, one of the reasons is that changing the industry, bringing something new into it, bringing a new perspective, and contributing into the industry and helping people. So those will be my main reasons. There's multiple. As much as there's reasons that makes me think that I'm going to get it to 100%, there are also so many reasons that I think that I shouldn't. But I don't care about those feelings at the moment. Because the more you think, you're going to find more reasons not to do it, right? So,
yeah, I think...
I'll say that's my...
That's great. Yeah, before asking the next question, I want to say that was that future aspect is pretty interesting take, because like what we are doing is such a future company.
Right.
Like it's such a path that is gonna exist in 10 years. And it's gonna even boom harder and bigger and bigger. It's just going to get bigger. Even now, because of the current tech or current trends, it's gonna lead them to actually make our business even more huge, even bigger. And even I feel like there's another even advantage. I mean, it's gonna be in our SWOT analysis, but even another advantage is. Even I think like our city is kind of embracing more of this future too. As I'm not sure how much you follow. I mean, it's not maybe directly related to us, but it's about how the city is trying to it's trying to kind of like push its people to think more forward and think more like, hey, like think modern, kind of think very hey guys, we should catch up, that kind of vibe.
I have one question for you, since we are on this topic. Can you name me one Canadian billionaire?
Canadian billionaire? Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Who's that?
The actor. The Deadpool.
Oh, he's Canadian?
Yeah, he's Canadian.
So it was Reynolds?
Yeah. He's a serious entrepreneur. Cereal.
He's
a serious entrepreneur.
He's not a billionaire yet.
He's a billionaire. He's not?
Close.
I thought he's already a billionaire.
What I was trying to go with it is that I can't.
I can too. He's a celebrity, that's why I know.
I feel like in Canada, like especially in Vancouver, if you look at like Vancouver is what? The LA of US, New York of
they US, say LA. Miami, I would say. LA, I think. I don't know, not even LA. I guess a mix of LA and Miami, but much less fun, I guess.
Right. So for some reason in Canada, if you look at LA, you can name so many influencers. You can name so many entrepreneurs. You can name so many rappers. You can name so many businessmen. You can name a lot of people from LA. So when you look at Vancouver, for some reason, it is lacking. Name me a YouTuber from Vancouver. The next topic, name me a businessman in Vancouver. Name me an influencer in Vancouver that is very famous. There are people, but it's for some reason it's super local. It's like the influencer that is in Vancouver, their followings is either from Vancouver or like maybe from Calgary, Toronto a little bit, like if they spread it across the country, right? But usually most of it is more local. I don't know what is lacking. That's one of the things that when we jump into the business, we might want to take a look at. But I would say that's one of the things that's lacking in Vancouver. Okay, so let me ask you another question.
Do.
Tell me some of the negative things that you're thinking about our business.
Exactly. That was our next question.
Why is that?
Negative things. I think maybe obviously the biggest negative thing is cost, I guess. Because I'm not very worried about clients, but at the same time, if I'm not worried about clients, so cost doesn't matter, because we are gonna get clients. So it's kind of like, there's nothing to worry about. Maybe the thing that could worry us is building the place, like building our office, because it's our first time. I mean, I have some experience in building a home. But
what do you mean building a home?
Like building a house. Like I built a house. Not me built a house, but I was there
I understand. Yeah.
Building a house. And I'm a very handy man, so I can do a lot of things. But I guess
you're talking about actually building a house, like working in construction.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, I was like supervising construction. But like it was like a townhouse I was building. So I did like the planning. Like I was like always I was there. Hey, like.
How did you get into that?
So we had like so my mom bought like a garden kind of thing, like a garden with like a small house in it, and then I wanted to expand the house. So I expanded the house. I added a bedroom, washroom.
Your mom is in here, right?
My mom is here now, yeah. So that was my kind of like a building project that I built so much, and so much happened in it. So I learned so much. Anyway, but maybe like the getting the right equipment or buying the right assets, like because it's our first time too. I mean, we have knowledge about so many things, and fortunately there are so much information on the internet, so we don't make that many mistakes.
Right.
But I think it is my first time building an office, so that may be the kind of like the
negative.
I mean, it's not negative. It's not even negative. It's pretty fun, actually.
So you're saying that the most negative thing to you is the cost?
What would be the most negative thing? I think so.
That's
good. Maybe
that's
good.
Good.
The initial cost is the most negative.
That is actually really good, because I was expecting more negative things in sense of like, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard.
Oh, like operation-wise?
Everything, everything-wise. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. Like
right.
That's what kills it. So
right.
I'm glad that we don't have those. So cost, money is money, man.
Yeah.
Money is always findable. Yes.
But find a way.
Yes, you'll find money.
Yes.
Like money is money. It comes, goes. You make it back. You spend it. You make it back. You spend it. You keep some. You invest some. But it comes.
What do you think is the most
negative thing?
Negative.
Honestly, I don't have any. Like when I think about it, as soon as a negative thing comes in, I just push it up.
Get out of here.
Get up. I'm like, I'm going to do it. Doesn't matter. So at that point, like, I'm only listening to the angels. Just do it. You can do it. You have a great partner that you guys are gonna be a killer combo. You guys can do it. You guys are both capable. You guys both have the confidence to do it. So I'm just listening to that part, right? I'm not listening to, what if he betrays you? Or what if he what if he not in a sense like betraying, but what if he leaves you in the halfway, right? Like,
I know exactly.
What if you guys fail? What if you guys cannot get the expectations that you expected? What if you guys lose all the money? What if you guys this? I always like push that out, right? I'm not listening to that part. I do not care, because life is life. What is gonna happen is gonna happen. Of course, we do make decisions that affects it, but at the same time, you only know what you know. You don't know what you don't know. So I'm not worried about that. I'm only worried about I know what I know. So what I know is that we are going to kill it.
Hell yeah.
So that's all it is to it. But let's cut it for this week. Next week, we'll come back with more news about the planning, what we have done, what we have come across, and then we would like to share it with you. We would like to keep the business idea in the low for a bit, just for manifestation purposes, but we will share our journey along the way with you guys. So
yeah, it's something exciting, you know.
Yes.
You're gonna love it.
See you guys next week.
See you.